Om Shanti. Today is 31st January 2018, Wednesday, the last day of this Avyakta Mass. Today's blessing is, may you stabilize your mind in an elevated position and finish the game of changing poses and thereby become an easy yogi. The position of someone's mind is visible from the poses of the face. It is I think in between. The position of someone's mind is visible from the poses of the face. Some children sometimes become heavy due to carrying a burden. Because of the sanskar of sometimes thinking too much, they become taller than one can even imagine. Then sometimes because of being disheartened, they see themselves as very short. So see these poses of yours as a detached observer and let your mind remain stable in an elevated position. Transform the different poses and you will be called an easy yogi. This is the Avyakta Murli of 15th January 1983. And recently we have revised this Murli in one of the Sunday Murli revision class. Baba is talking to teachers and he is talking about three types of personality. The title of the Murli was Yogi, Prayogi and Sahaj Yogi Atmai. The Hindi Murli which was there, it is taken from that Murli. Easy Yogi, Prayogi, those who experiment, and third, cooperative. That was the title of the original Murli from where this thing is taken out. So Baba is talking about three different type of personalities. Those who are very tall, those who are obese, and those who are short, dwarf. These are the three different types of personalities. First personality is they keep on taking burden of everything. So they become fat, obese. Second personality is overthinking personality. They keep on thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking about things. So they become tall. Then there are those people who get disheartened, depressed, despondent. So those personalities are dwarf, short personalities. So psychology defines three types of personality. Baba's psychology is Baba is defining psychology. He is dividing human beings into three categories. Now coming to the first category. These are those people who are always stressed, burdenful. They are known as type A personalities. There are two types of personalities. Recently Baba talked of spiritual personalities, but in the world in psychology, they describe two different types of personality. One is type A and type B. Type A are always aggressive, always rushing, always running. Just as in Alice in Wonderland, you have that white rabbit. It is saying all the time, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. So that rabbit is always late because it is looking at the watch and saying, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. So that is type A personality, always in hurry. Type B are calm and quiet. Just as in Alice in Wonderland, that caterpillar is drinking that hookah, but is very quiet and calm. Is type B personality. He is not bothered about things. So Baba is talking here of those personalities who are stressful and who think that everything I have to do, and they become heavy. They become full of burden. So because of this burden, they become obese. So first personality is obese persons, obese personalities. They think it is my work. I have to do. If I don't do, it will not work. They forget that God is also sitting somewhere. And they feel it is my only. I have to do it in a negative manner. Because when they do it, they get praises and they want to grab those praises also. And they want that people should praise me for this. But again, at the same time, they are restless within, in a disturbed state of the mind, always in a state of upheaval, because they are so burdenful. Because they think that yes, this is this, thinking of so many things. Stressful personalities, one. Second personalities are overthinking. By thinking too much about small things, they become what? Tall. Just as Alice sometimes becomes small, sometimes she becomes tall. Sometimes she becomes small, sometimes she becomes tall. But gradually in the story, she learns to manage her personal growth. One side of the mushroom will make you tall, another side of the mushroom will make you short. So she keeps two mushrooms in her pocket. Sometimes she eats, so when she becomes very tall, she eats that and she becomes small. So whenever she has become tall, she has landed up in problems. First time she became tall and she hits the ceiling, and she starts crying. Then she gets drowned in her own tears, flood of tears. That was the first time when she became tall. Second time she became tall while she is in the garden. So she becomes so tall that the nest is in the tree. That bird thinks this is a snake who has come to eat her. So that time she lands up in problem. Third time she becomes tall when she is in white rabbit's house. She goes there as a small, she eats something and she becomes so tall that her both hands come out of that house. The fourth time she becomes tall when she is in the court of queen. She becomes so tall that all the jury, court and lawyers, everything which is happening there, everything gets disturbed. So whenever a person is tall or overthinking means thinking and thinking and thinking. Small thing happened, you keep on thinking about it. Somebody came and said something wrong to you. You keep on thinking for 3 days. Somebody said something to you. Very small thing happened in life. Somebody criticized. You keep on thinking why that person criticized. Those film actors, do they think? Look at the comments they receive in one day. There's one film and they receive 100 comments. Some people say this is masterpiece. Others say this is worthless film. You should never go to watch this film. They abuse, the character was bad, acting was very poor. Does that actor get depressed? No. You see in the newspaper what the people write about politicians. They draw their cartoons. Imagine if your cartoon is drawn, your caricature, your cartoon is drawn on newspaper and it is coming in Gyanamrit front page. How will you feel? You will feel bad? Do those politicians feel bad? They don't feel bad at all. So you keep on thinking, oh, people now, what will world think about me? What will happen to me? You keep on thinking and thinking and thinking. So this is known as overthinking. They become tall. This is the second type of personality. Third type of personality is depressed, despondent, in despair, sorrowful. They get disheartened. Because somebody said something, they become so disheartened and they internalization of blame, internalization of criticism. These are the words of psychology. You internalize that criticism. Suppose he criticized me, I will internalize, yes, I am really like that. He says, your churning is very immature. So you internalize it. Yes, my churning is really very immature. My churning is really immature. You internalize. Internalization of blame, internalization of criticism, internalization of accusation. Somebody, dosha aropan, accused you. So you internalize it. You imbibe it. You dharan. You put it inside. You suck it. Suck the blame. Suck the criticism. Suck the comments. Accept it, not just accept. It is running in your veins. You absorb it, you suck it. Sorrow absorption, sorrow sucking, criticism absorption, criticism sucking. You internalize it, you make a part of it, part of your own internal being. So that is what happens, and then you become depressed. If 3 people are saying, it must be right. If many people say, we accept it as true. We never say that how can all of these be wrong? Just as one man was carrying a beautiful horse and 3-4 thieves, they thought we have to take this horse. So they get stationed at different places. The first person met him and he said, where are you carrying this donkey? He said, donkey? This is horse. This is not donkey. He says, okay, if you think it is a horse, it's fine, but this donkey is very good. So he goes further ahead. Second thief is hiding. He says, I want to purchase this donkey, will you? He says, donkey, this is not donkey. Now he starts thinking, whether it is donkey or horse, donkey or horse. So he says, no, I am not going to sell you. He says, please, I want to purchase. Then he goes further ahead. The third thief he meets. Third thief asks, I have a lot of load to carry. Can you lend me your donkey for a few hours? He said, this is not donkey, this is horse. But then Now he is doubtful whether it is donkey or horse, donkey or horse. And he starts thinking, yes, it could be donkey, because how can three people be wrong? And the fourth thief meets him at one another point, and he says, please, please, I want a donkey. I can pay you anything. He says, please take, this is donkey only. Because how can three people be wrong and fourth person also wrong? So when everybody says, you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong, we accept it internally. We accept it internally. So this is known as internalization of comment, internalization of blame, internalization of criticism, internalization of mistrust, internalization of all those things. So these people, what they happen to them? They become depressed. They'll shikast. Anything can happen in story, don't worry. So Baba is saying, the position of someone's mind is visible from the poses of your face. Sometimes you become heavy, sometimes you become tall, sometimes you become short. So see these poses of yours as a detached observer. 15th January 1983, the date of the Murli is. See these poses of yours as a detached observer, as a Sakshi. Look at yourself and let your mind remain stable in the elevated position. Transform the different poses and you will be called an easy yogi. You have to change all these different poses. You can go and read this original Murli. We had revised it. Yogi, the signs, the 6 or 7 signs of yogi souls, Sahaj yogi souls, and few signs of prayogi souls, and few signs of Sahayogi souls, cooperative souls. This is the original Murli from which today's blessing is taken. So get rid of all these 3 things. Study yourself and automatically you get rid of this. When you become tall, when you become short, and when you become heavy, when you become obese, all this you have to study. So this is today's blessing. Om Shanti.